Good morning. What is the date today? January 5th? Let's see here. I have to give it permission and we are ready to go. So hopefully we are live here this morning. Good morning, Elle Ingalls here, creator of the Pressure Free Method. And this is 8 a.m. Eastern with Elle, Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, I've made this commitment to come on even if I'm only half awake or it's still really dark outside this time of year. Um, so I want to talk about habits of reaction. This week we've been talking about habits, habit stacking, how to put some new habits in. But I really want to get to the crux of Pressure Free with you this morning and discuss habits of reaction. So habits of reaction are any time that you react to something. So there's a stimuli, there's something coming at you, there's a noise, there's a smell, there's an event, a person, something happens to you, and you react in a certain way. One of the things that I work on with my clients is understanding the consequences of overreacting in those moments and releasing stress hormones. So it's a huge chemical soup every time you overreact in situations. And unfortunately, we've been almost trained to overreact since we were little. We've got habits of reactions that aren't just the ones we've built ourselves, but you've got habits of reaction that are generations old because you've imitated. And you didn't just imitate the people that raised you. You imitated anyone who cared for you, anyone who had an influence over you. So it could be a coach or a teacher or a friend. We get very influenced by our peers. We imitate their facial expressions. We imitate their reactions to things so that we can belong to the group. So deep inside us, at all costs, we have to belong to some kind of tribe, or else we are ostracized. We have to belong to some people. And so by reacting the way that they do to things, we belong. Does that make sense? I think it's the first time I've actually said it that way. So if we react like they do, we'll be included and we will belong. Otherwise, we could be pushed out. So this has been going on really in utero. You were reacting in there too. When you were inside your mom before you were born, you were reacting in habits of reaction. In fact, there's a 6-second cycle. I learned this from Dr. Gay Hendricks, that the spine makes when you're in utero. You're bringing in fluid and expelling it, okay? So you're learning how to breathe. You're bringing fluid into those developing lungs and then expelling it. But if there's some sort of trauma, your mom takes a hit of a cigarette, there's something that happens to her, somebody's yelling at her, there's anything that goes on that causes her to trigger fight or flight, you freeze. And you don't resume that 6-second cycle until you feel the threat is gone. Your little being feels the threat is gone. Then you'll resume the cycle. That's why someone who's a mom my mom was a chain smoker before she got pregnant with me, and then she stopped, thank goodness, because if a woman's constantly smoking, constantly causing trauma to the baby's not moving, not getting those lungs developed. That's why a lot of babies are born without developed lungs, is because of that trauma. So your habits of reactions have been going on for a long time. So I want you to be patient with yourself as you figure out, what are you reacting to now? It takes some time to figure it all out. I'm still figuring out habits of reactions that I have. A lot of mine are sensory. Are you like a highly sensory person? Little sounds, smells, dog barking, too many birds chirping when I'm trying to think, like all these other things can definitely cause me to trigger fight or flight. And then I'm in my adrenalized state where I feel powerful, but what's actually happening in my body is not so good. My brain is not working very well. Before spell check, I used to spell Michigan wrong all the time because my fast little hands would go Michigan. Let's take a moment and think about what could be your habits of reaction. What are some things that you react to think of first in the morning when you first wake up. Some of my clients wake up anxious because they're already anxious about what they have to do in their day. Is that you? It's like you wake up and you're already like your brain's going a million miles an hour and all the things you've got to get done today. So if your brain's going a million miles an hour, it's a pretty sure sign you've already triggered fight or flight before you even got out of bed. So you've built a habit of reaction, probably started when you were little and somebody went, hurry up, we're going to be late. And you're just in that mode every single morning that you've got to hurry up. Okay. So then you get a little frenzied and it's hard to find everything. So watch the early morning, because if you can start there and start with a couple of different habits of reactions, I'm going to give you a couple right here as a tool. I give these to my clients when you first wake up, especially if you notice that you're already racing. Maybe your heart is even racing already. You're in an adrenalized state. When you very first wake up, what's the first thing you see? If it's not pitch black like it was for me this morning. I have this beautiful pine tree right out of my bedroom window. And there's another one right here. Just gorgeous. That's like the first thing I look at. If you're in a room that doesn't have any windows and there's not a nice view, get a beautiful poster. Get something that you like to see. Have the first thing that your eyes see be really beautiful. And then what are you hearing? Like, do you live near a lot of traffic, or are you waking up to alarms? Is your alarm one that jolts your heart, or does it peacefully wake you up, like wind chimes or harps, or or is it the Power Ranger button? Wait, wait, wait. So make sure the sounds that you hear first are not causing your heart to jolt, causing you to go into fight or flight, actually. So what sounds are you hearing? If it's a windy day, I get to hear the whispering of the pines. I love that sound. I also like real quiet and silent, which is why I live where I live. So what sounds do you want to put in there? What can you put in there that's beautiful? Maybe birds chirping. So be in control of your sounds. And then your thoughts, the very first thoughts that come into your head. When you're just coming out of sleep, I learned this from Joe Dispenza's books, your brains are in theta waves. Your brain is in theta waves. And those in that state, you can actually create new habits very quickly. So when you first wake up is a beautiful time to put something in your mind that's empowering you instead of disempowering you, so that you begin to build a habit of empowerment. The thing I do with my clients is I have them ask an empowering question, like, how can I, or what can I? Because the brain loves those kinds of questions. Or you can use an affirmation. So let's see, I have affirmations that I share every day in my planner. This is the last one is, I deserve to live pressure-free all day today. I deserve to live pressure-free all day. I deserve to live pressure-free all day. So you can put a mantra in, or an affirmation, or ask a question. How can I live pressure-free all day? The moment you ask that question, your mind is going to start working on the answers. And you might get an answer, a couple days from now that just pops in like, oh, this is how I can wake up beautifully. How can I live pressure-free all day? So I'm going to leave you with that. Have a beautiful pressure-free day, and I will see you tomorrow morning.